Welcome back, dear learners. Before the short break, we defined what are creditors' allowances, and we also spoke of the reasons why allowances can be allowed. Now, I'm going to take you now to the source documents. Remember, source documents are very important in accounting because we record transactions from our source documents. So when we are recording in the creditors' allowances journal, we will use a source document called a debit note. So the business sends an original debit note to the creditor, and then the entry in the books is made from the duplicate debit note. So as we'll be recording in our books, we do it from the duplicate debit note. After the source document, I am going to take you now quickly to the preparation of the creditors' allowances journal. So here is our creditors' allowances journal. And we're going to start off with the first information on our list. It is on the 23rd, it is rather document number 23. There is my document number 23, and it is on the 2nd. Then you can see here the 2nd. So I have the 2nd here as well. To whom was it issued? It was issued to S. Gray Traders. So I'm going to have my S. Gray Traders over here. And then it says, return of packing materials not ordered. And the amount was 158. So I'll come here. It has to be recorded first. In the creditors control column, there is 158. It must also be recorded under packing materials. There you see 158. Let's quickly go and see the next one. So the document number again is going to be 24. There is my 24. The date is the 7th. So I have my 7th here. It was issued to T. Brown Traders. Here is my T. Brown Traders. Now, it says, this is due to an omission of 15% trade discount on an invoice. So we bought goods, but then the trade discount was not recorded on the invoice. That means we need to calculate how much is that 15%. You take your 6,400, you multiply that by your 15%. Please quickly punch that in your calculator. How much will you get? You should get an amount which is 960. So you come here, you now say under my creditors control 960. Remember, it is the 15% trade discount that was not recorded. So we would then come and then we say, what was this for? This is on the purchase of goods. So I'll come to my trading stock 960. I'll now come to the last transaction, and my document number is 25. The date is the 12th, as you can see here. And to whom was it issued to? Pink Traders. Here's my Pink Traders. So in my CAJ, I'll also write Pink Traders. And then what was this for? This was for damaged goods. So I'll come here. My amount is 3,400. So I'll come here. Under my creditors control, I have my 3,400. And remember, it is for damaged goods, so I'm going to record it under my trading stock as well. So you quickly now have your calculator. We're going to add 158 plus 960 and 3,400. You punch that in the calculator, you should get 4,518. You see quickly how we're going to post this amount. You come to the trading stock, you have your 960, you add it together with the 3,400, you come up with a total which is 4,360. And in the packing material, there's only one amount, which is 158. All right. So after we've prepared our creditors' allowances journal, it is very important, dear learners, that you now know how to post to the general ledger. So here is our creditors' allowances journal, and then we are now going to post it. But as we are posting, I want to emphasize this. You have to know your debt click when you're posting to the general ledger. That is, you debit all your expenses, that is the E, you debit your assets, that is the A, you debit your drawings as well. and then you credit your liabilities. The I is income and the C is capital. We're talking owner's equity. So when we're talking about creditors allowances, let's see how we can post this. So here is our creditors allowances journal, and then we are now going to see our general ledger. So the first account is the creditors control. Creditors control is a liability. That means it increases on the credit side. Here's my credit side, and it decreases then on the debit side. So it will start off with a balance, which is 35,760. And the total of allowances, which is 4,518. I will then debit it. But what do I say? I say total allowances. And here I need to know which journal did I get this from. It is my CAJ. Then I have my 4,518. So we close off the ledger account now. How do we do that? We look for the side with the highest amount. 35,760, 35,760. Then you get the difference. That is how you end up with your 31,242, which you then find here, 31,242. Let's post now to the trading stock. Already you know trading stock is an asset. You're correct. That means it increases on the debit, so you have a plus here, and on the credit, you're going to have a minus. So you start off with a balance, which is 48,000. And then you are now going to come and say creditors control. So we know this is from the CAJ. Then we're going to come and take the trading stock amount, which is 4,360. That is what you then see there. Now, how do we close off a ledger account? Remember what I said, the side with the highest amount, 48. So I'm going to have my 48 here, another 48 there also. Then how do you get this 43,640? You simply say 48,000 minus the 4,360. And then you end up with your 43,640. And then the last account, it is your packing materials. Packing materials, remember, this is an expense account. This is an expense account. So in an expense account, it increases on the debit side and it decreases on the credit side. So here I'm not going to get a balance, but I'm going to get total. And it is total brought forward. This is your 3,000. And then I'm going to have my creditors control. Did I have any allowance on packing materials? Yes, 158. So I have my 158 there. Creditors control from the CAJ. Very important, dear learners, that you know how to do this. Now, we're going to quickly now go for a short ad break, and then I'm going to see you after the ad break.